Music Access. Earlier in September, we saw a new record. This record was not just for Korea, but an international record for concerts. The person who set this amazing record is singer Lee Seung-hwan, who actually marked the 26th anniversary of his debut this year. He set a record for singing 66 songs live during his concert, which lasted 6 hours and 21 minutes. And the more amazing thing is that he didn't sing off-key once, and all 66 songs were his own original hit songs. There's a reason why Lee Seung-hwan is called the King of Live in Korea. He's greatly influenced concerts and performances, and when asked why, he says it's because he considers the stage his pride and glory. He says, "I was never the best on stage, but there never was a moment that I didn't give my best." Such humble words from the best. Of course, by giving his best, his stage was always shining with splendor. And that's something that even people who have never seen his live performances will all agree on, don't you think? The first song you heard today, Saturday, November 21st, 2015, was Adventure of a Lifetime by Coldplay. What's up, MA fam? Can you imagine singing for 6 hours and 20 minutes straight without making any mistakes or your voice wavering? Can you just imagine singing 66 songs straight, period? Just as a singer myself, I gotta say, if you can sing that long, first of all, that is amazing in itself because, it's just continuous singing for such a long time. And in addition to that, just think about, just singing. It's exhausting because, it requires your whole body, honestly. It's not just, a throat thing. It also involves, your diaphragm and breathing correctly and all that stuff. So, it must have been, because of all the stuff that he's amassed over, the lifetime of his career. And the reason why he wanted to set this record is because he wanted to attempt to put on the perfect stage. And like I said, I think it's possible because of the skills he's been amassing for the past 26 years since his debut. Every single moment spent singing and training may have culminated in that awesome concert. So, for me as well, I'm going to try to do my best in the things I love, like radio, music, and all that stuff. So, hopefully you'll be able to check on me and see how much better I get, Listen to me today and see, and let me know you're here by sending me a message cheering me on, okay? Alright, now here's how you can listen and participate. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio app on your smartphone, and you can also send us messages through the app using the comment function. You can also listen to us by visiting our website www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess and leave your messages there on our message board. And another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeon. And of course, some requests, y'all know how to keep them coming. But don't forget to write title on your message. Write request on your title when you send in your message. And so I know that we can put it on our playlist. Now we're going to check out 2 songs before we go into our Saturday corner, My Text and Message. And we're going to listen to the songs Be Right There by Diplo and Sleepy Tom, followed by Talk Me Down by Troye Sivan. Reading your messages again and again, reading through the messages I sent again and again. The messages I wait for, the messages that make me laugh, the messages that are precious to me. My text message. Which messages were the ones that were the most memorable to you from the week gone by? The messages that you keep are the words from the person you want to keep close. And if you remember the messages that you sent, you probably spent a lot of time thinking about it before sending it. Our special Corner and Corner for Saturdays, My Text Message, is all about sharing the social media or text message that was the most memorable to you from the week gone by. It could have been a message that made you really happy or angry, or something that made you laugh out loud, or a message that made you really frustrated. Let us know which message was the most memorable, and also share with us some of the messages that you keep saved in your mobile device and why. To write in for our corner, just write my text on your message. And our text message comes from Unita Swinyo from Indonesia saying, "Happy Saturday, Benji." So a few days ago, one of the customers at my company texted me and she asked for my BBM pin. And I gave her my pin directly because I thought it would be easier to interact with her using it rather than texting. I also asked whether she was a new user of this messaging format, and she said yes, she's still learning. But then my sister-in-law came to me and asked, "Nick," and this is how people call me, "is it okay to give out your pin?" And I said, "Yeah, auntie, right? I gave her the pin already." And then she said something that shocked me. She said she wants to introduce you to her nephew. I said, "Huh?" At the time, suddenly my mind went blank. I had no idea she was planning to do that. Later, my aunt texted me again and said she wants to introduce me to her nephew. And she asked, "Is it okay?" My mind said, "Why didn't you say this earlier?" But then I still had a dilemma. I want to say no because I don't really like it when older people kind of, have a big role and take control of my life. And I mean, if one day I can't get along with him well, even as a friend, I don't want to ruin my relationship with my aunt. But I also can't say no. It'll sound so rude. Yeah, this is my story this week, Benji. Have you ever had a similar experience like this? Well, I've never had someone, ask me for my number and then try to introduce me to someone. Most of the people that I know are in my direct social circle, meaning that, I see them on a regular basis. And the people that I don't see on a regular basis, I don't really, keep in touch with that well. I guess I'm just bad at keeping up with people. But, when it comes to a situation like this, I think it should, this is just my personal opinion, of course, but, it shouldn't be a huge problem interacting with the nephew. As long as you feel like you can handle it, I think that's what the important thing is. Just because she introduces him to you doesn't mean necessarily that she's asking you to hang out with him every day. She's not asking you to, like him and all. Of course, it's not anything. I don't know. Just personally, I think it's just more like she's trying to introduce you to family. Just be like, "Hey, so this is, just be chill, have fun with each other, be friends and all that stuff." And then just, it's for you as a personal decision. If you want to, keep hanging out with the dude, then you hang out with him. And if you're not that friends with him, just, just don't force yourself. And I'm sure your aunt will understand. She's a grown woman. She'll understand. And she probably may even know what you're thinking. She may be asking with a little bit of, kind of a forethought on her side. So, I'd say, roll with the punches, ride the waves, take it smooth. And, I'm sure trouble will not peek its head out from anywhere. It should be fine. But then again, remember, the final choice is up to you. Whatever you do, try to be comfortable with your decision because, you don't want to have regrets later. All right, so we're going to listen to two songs before we continue on, starting with the song that Rashmi of India requested, Company by Justin Bieber, and Kaylee of France wants to hear the song Flashlight by Jessie J. We just heard the songs Company by Justin Bieber, followed by Flashlight by Jessie J, and I hope to see a lot more of your messages from my text message next week as well. Tell me about the messages that made you laugh or smile or moved you to tears or made you really sad or mad. It can be a message you received or a message you sent yourself. You can send in the message itself, or you can tell me a little bit about the situation and how you received the message or why you sent it. It doesn't have to be a text message. It can be a message on social media as well. Just remember to write my text on your title before you post up your messages, and I'll introduce them the best I can during this time, this week, and every week continuing on. All right, starting now until the end of the second hour, we're going to take a look at what our MA family members have been doing this week from Monday through Friday, what y'all want to talk about, and what y'all plans are via my message. Y'all are the most important numero uno people, so make sure to send your stories to our message board. And now taking a look at our messages, first we have and me from Canada. By the way, so B.I.G did have a comeback this week, and a lot of the messages that have come in are all kind of related to that. So, first of all, thank you everyone for your love and support for our new track. It's great to be back on stage, and hopefully, as time continues on, we'll be able to show you a lot more of new evolution. So, be on the lookout, and thank you for your messages related to our comeback. So, we have first in me from Canada saying, "Hey Benji, how are you these days? Well, I missed a couple of episodes of MA because I was super busy with projects. I had to give a lecture and explain about my projects, and I did great as always." Ooh, confidence, rocking it. Anyways, Benji, I've already checked the brand new song and new music video. It was superb. I really liked the concept. Everyone was looking so hot and sexy. I really liked the song. It's really amazing. Congrats and fighting to B.I.G for this awesome comeback. Thank you. I actually don't know how sexy we look because, from my standpoint, I know everyone in that video, and I've seen too much of them to really think that they're sexy. But, I think especially, everyone was really good. Everyone came out really well. But especially, I think Hito came out really well in our music video. Something about that kid and a motorcycle really worked together. Maybe in our next music video, he'll be riding a motorcycle. Vroom, vroom. Maybe. I should request that. Anyways, we're going to check out two songs as we continue on, starting with the song that Melody Pick of Thailand requested, Take Your Time by Sam Hunt, and Floor of the USA requested the song Hello by Adele. We just heard the songs Take Your Time by Sam Hunt, followed by Hello by Adele, and our next message from My Message is a congratulatory message from Teha from Malaysia, saying, "Congratulations on your comeback, B.I.G. I love your new song, and I hope B.I.G comes to Malaysia soon. Modu saranghe. I love everybody." Speaking of which, I'm sure actually B.I.G might be going to Malaysia within the next 3 months. So, hint, 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 go check that stuff out. Maybe. Alright, so we're going to check out two songs as we continue on, starting with the song that Mo Thu Kin of Myanmar requested, Lonely by N Flying. And Marcel of the Philippines wants to hear the song Whiteout by Boyfriend. And we're going to continue on the great music with two more songs on our weekend show, starting with the song that Unita of Indonesia requested, Cupid by Girls' Day, and Shreya of Bangladesh's requested song, Yesterday by Kim Gyu-jong. And it's the end of our first hour. After a quick break, we'll continue on with our Saturday show, introducing the messages sent to us by you. We're going to check out the song that Samantha of Australia requested, a song by Eminem. So we're going to play Love the Way You Lie by Eminem featuring Rihanna. You're listening to Music Access with me, Benji of B.I.G. And our first song starting off the second hour of our show for Saturday, November 21st was Hula Hula Hoop by Omi. He's a good artist. I like his voice and I like his accent. It's very, very tropically. Alright, now of course, here's how you guys can listen and participate on our show Music Access. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio app on your smartphone and send us messages through the app using the comment function. Or listen to us by visiting our website www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess and leave your messages there on our message board. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong. Now we're going to check out two songs before we dive into more messages, and we're going to listen to Confident by Demi Lovato, followed by Highlight Bling by Drake. Pop, pop, pop. Hello? I don't win. That's not even a Drake impression. I'm so sorry about that. Alright, so we just heard two songs, Confident by Demi Lovato, followed by Hotline Bling by Drake. And I'm Benji of B.I.G, and you're listening to our Saturday show of Music Access and our Saturday Corner, My Text and Message. The My Message section where we're introducing your messages sent into us here at Music Access and checking out y'all's song requests as well. So our next message, continuing on with, we have some comeback messages, is from Jenny from the USA saying, Benji, I need some advice. How does one get comfortable being in front of a camera? I want to do dance covers, but I'm so shy in front of the camera and get so nervous. I actually did record a cover this past weekend, but I was so nervous that I didn't look at the camera and messed up quite a few times. Do you have any advice for improvement? Also, I plan to cover B.I.G songs in the future because the choreography looks fun. Oh, Jenny, the choreography is extremely very tiring. But at the same time, if you're only doing the choreo, then it could be better because we have to sing and do choreo at the same time, which is hard, but it's okay. And how does one get comfortable being in front of a camera? Okay, I'll tell you what. So, I've been in front of a camera a lot more than, a normal person would. We filmed music videos for now. We've filmed a lot of behind the scenes video for those music videos. We have, we've been on programs. I go to the farm and get filmed. I've been playing the violin and been filmed. And you know what, to be honest, I still am aware of a camera filming me. I shouldn't be probably, but I'm still aware that a camera is filming. But I think part of that is, you never really lose that camera awareness. If anything, you become more conscious of that and try to make something even more fun. And then one way that you can become a little bit less camera nervous is, if you're recording a cover, for example, and you mess up, you can re-record it. That's the beauty of a camera, unless you're doing like a live reality program or a live broadcast, in which case, you have to be very, very careful about what you say and how you act. Especially, when you're doing singing or dancing, if it doesn't, fit your satisfaction, you can re-record it. You can try again. Of course, it's tiring, but if you're going for that perfect take, then I think that's the energy that's required. And the more you are in front of the camera dancing and practicing all your stuff, I guarantee you'll become much more comfortable with what you're doing to the point where you'll turn it on and you'll just be filming. And then at some point, you'll turn it on and you'll do it perfectly in one take. It's stuff that I think you kind of have to get used to, but the more you do it, I promise you'll get used to it more. Just do it a lot, Jenny. That's my recommendation. All right, so we're going to continue on with 2 more songs, starting with the song 4 Walls by FX, and Mylena, the USA, requested the song 너 때문인걸 by Beast. We just heard the song 4 Walls by FX, followed by 너 때문인걸 by Beast, and it's time to continue on with more messages. Our next message comes from Vanessa from Canada, asking, did you have fun at Show Champion? How did everything go? I watched the recording and y'all did great. I had a really boring and tiring day, but I got to take a nap earlier, so I'm feeling much better. I hope you're having an enjoyable afternoon. I am. I think we're having a pretty, it is getting colder now officially. So I told you guys, a few days ago, maybe a while back, that it was getting a little bit colder, or it was getting warmer again. And now it's actually getting colder again. So now I keep debating, what should I wear when I go out? Do I need to wear something that's very, very, like a very thick, padded coat? Or can I still get away with the jackets? And then if I get away with the jacket, but then it gets cold, then it's going to be very, very bad. But at the same time, I can't sacrifice style, guys. I mean, it's not like I'm a fashionista or anything, but I'm just saying. All right, so you asked if we had fun at the show. Yeah, we had fun. I think I definitely saw improvement between our first stage and our second stage, especially, with the singing and getting used to everything. I think coming back to our stages after a while was something that was very, very, it was kind of a little bit nerve-wracking for some members. And for others, it was kind of a relearning experience. Looking at a camera, like I just talked about with Jenny's message, is something that idols just have to get used to. Our whole lives we're surrounded by, our whole lives we're surrounded by a lot of cameras and stuff. And I think, especially when you're singing and dancing at the same time, sometimes it's harder to make the right facial expressions. That's something that I think a lot of idols, especially idols that are new and just debuting, they go through a learning experience when they do that. I don't know exactly how to really explain it, but as you do it, you become more aware of, what camera comes where, to the point now, even if I haven't been on stage, I can kind of guess which camera is going to move and, which camera is going to be filming me. Granted, I don't know how close it's going to be filming me, so it could be like, a bus shot, or it could be, just my face. But it's the stuff that you kind of learn. And it was fun being back on stage. I will say that much. It was a great time, and I think it was a good learning experience for our future stages. So keep a lookout for more future stages and for more improved performances. All right, so we're going to continue on with two more songs as we continue on, starting with the song Uahage by Twice, and Oksama of Japan requested the song OMGT by Madtown. We just heard the song Uahage by Twice, followed with OMGT by Madtown. And continuing on to more messages. Side note, I saw Madtown this week. They are all chill boys. Because I'm tight with my boy Daewon, who's in that group. And the youngest member, he's like adorable. We've got H.O. I don't know. I like this song this time around. It's got this like really, really chill vibe, and the choreo's all tight. And they all look really, really good. So yeah, go Madtown. Alright, so our next message is from Daphne Pan from the USA saying, question for Benji. First, congrats on your comeback. I'm just became addicted to your song, Taola. I love it so much. Question, was there any funny moment when you guys were practicing for the comeback? So, funny moment, I don't think there was any really kind of funny moment where all of a sudden we're all like laughing on the floor or anything like that. But something about this comeback that was different than the other comebacks that we've had so far is I wasn't there a lot because usually, on our other comebacks, we were all in the practice areas together and stuff. But this time around, I was always doing something, then going to the practice area. And as a result, when we were first learning the choreo, I'd actually missed some of the classes where we learned the choreo, and that I have to kind of learn it later, which was it was a new experience because that meant I'd have to work that much harder to keep up with the group. Luckily enough, I did, so, we were able to pull off the stages okay. But it was a very, very new experience, just going there and, power working stuff out, power practicing the singing. I think if there was a funny moment, I would say during our music video, just, seeing each other in front of the camera, filming something was just it wasn't more funny, but more, it was like, oh man, I forgot he was a celebrity, you know what I'm saying? Like, I forgot he was a singer. He comes back in the corner in front of the camera, and before, we're all like, yee, making fun of each other. And then he's very cool. And then you're like, oh wow, this is pretty awesome. So, it was sort of funny, but at the same time, it's a kind of a nostalgic experience. Now we're back to singing again as a group, and I'm very, very happy about that. And so hopefully, in the future, we'll release more music more frequently, and it should be good overall. Alright, so we're going to continue on with two more songs, starting with the song Chimomi by Icon, and Nia Boo from the USA requested the song 손톱 by 전설. Can we just hear the song Chimomi by Icon followed by 손톱 by 전설? What's interesting, right? If you listen to the front part of Chimomi when the piano chords come out, it's very, very similar to the Adele song Hello. So, it goes, hello, boom, boom, how are you? It's very interesting, try to compare it. It works. Yes. Alright, so we have Eileen Beltran from Mexico saying, hello, Benji. I just heard your comeback and it was amazing. I was expecting so much and wow, even then it was more than I expected. Fighting in this comeback, you're totally amazing and incredible. It's just so perfect. Thank you. I think one of the things that I'm really nervous about this comeback is, it's a very different image than what we've come out with so far. We've come out with very interesting topics and titles. And then now coming back with this song, we're much more, I'd say, polished. And we've learned a lot from the past year of promoting. And as a result of that, promoting this new single, when we were filming the music video, it was definitely a different attitude than when we first started. We were totally much more, I think, in sync with each other. We were very, I think, a little bit able to be more professional, more direct and to the point, which I think made things easier, not just for us, but for the people filming, our directors and our producers. And, on stage, we're still reviewing, we're working hard. And, we're doing our best to make sure that as you guys watch our stages and as you guys watch our performances, that each one is better than the one before that. So, as hard as we're working for y'all, make sure y'all tune in so you don't miss out because we do have some awesome stuff planned for the future. And we also have Paulina Yoko from Mexico saying, Hola Benji, I'm so happy B.I.G is back. You and me, sister. I got a question. If you had to change your voice with someone, who would it be? So, we've done this question a long time ago before, but, how about we change the question to if I had to change my voice to someone in B.I.G.? Because, honestly, I kind of like my voice. I like everyone's voices and all that stuff. And there's singers that I'd love to be able to sing as well as. But for me personally, if I had to change my voice with someone in B.I.G., I think I'd want to change my voice with Hido. This might be obvious to a lot of people, but our youngest member, Hido, has a very, very deep voice. If I'm around here, then he's around here. So, if you're listening to our song Taola, in our second verse it goes, Taola, yeah, they gon' feel a mint. That's him. He's got this very, very deep, very manly voice that I think is it's got a lot of attractive qualities to it. And so, just as a dude, I guess maybe I just want a more manly voice. But, having a voice like that would, I think, be something super awesome. So if I had to change voices, it would be Hido. But to be clear, I'm satisfied with my voice as it is. I don't feel a need to change it. We're good. That's why we're B.I.G, because we fill each other's, the things that need to be filled up. Whether it's, he's better at rapping, I'm better at singing, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so we're going to continue on with two more songs as we continue on, starting with Heavyweight by Rachel Yamagata, followed with Water Under Bridges by Gregory Porter. We just heard the song Heavyweight by Rachel Yamagata, followed by Water Under Bridges by Gregory Porter. Thank you guys so much for participating in my text and message for today. Remember, if you want to write in for my text telling us about the messages that you sent or received that are memorable to you, remember to write my text on your title before you post up your message. And telling me about your week, what you're doing now, and of course, our messages. Write my message on your title before sending in that message as well. Thank y'all for all of your comeback support and love. I send mad love back. And so it is time to say goodbye. Our last song for today is Freedom by Liz Wright. This was Benji of B.I.G. And as always, I'll be back.